As the season progresses, the weather gets colder and the lobsters keep moving. We can't be certain how far these crustaceans travel, but the furthest journey for a tagged lobster so far has been 225 miles. As the lobsters continue to move, we're constantly moving our gear around to find out where they're all going. Although the catch is dropping, on the positive side it gave me a bit of time to get some filming in. One of my favorite parts of the job is the work environment. There aren't very many jobs in the world where you get to watch the sun rise and set every day on the ocean. Every day on the water feels like more of an adventure than a work day, and I consider myself lucky to be able to enjoy the scenery and all the different creatures we run into on a daily basis. Things change as the January scallop season approaches. It means a lot of people have to move their gear out of the way or run the risk of having your gear damaged or lost altogether. In some fishing zones, it's required to take your gear out of the water for scallop season. This is not the case here on Graham and Ann, but some decide to remove their gear for the winter season anyways. On our boat, a lot of our gear is in areas where the scallopers drag the bottom, so we take our gear out for the winter. For us guys fishing with line gear, we place a basket under the hauler to help us coil up our rope so we can fit the line and buoy neatly back inside the trap. Slowly but surely, trap by trap, we begin to bring our gear back to the wharf. Once we're at the wharf, it's a team effort to hook on the traps, hoist them up, load them on the trailer, and bring them on home. Day after day, we repeat this process until all 375 traps are back out of the water and stacked neatly in the dooryard. Eventually we get the whole gang of traps out of the water and stacked neatly in the yard until the spring when we're ready to fish them again. Just like that, another successful season was in the books and it was time for me to move on to my next adventure. Lobster fishing is more than a job, it's a way of life. It certainly isn't for everyone, but for me, it's hands down my favorite seasonal job. It was an amazing opportunity to learn something new, discover the island, meet new people, and get in shape. The whole lobster adventure is another example of how you can travel, educate yourself, and learn new skills for future jobs without ever having to set foot in any of the outrageously expensive educational institutions. So for all the young people out there, before you dive into the education system, consider working a seasonal job somewhere you've never been, whether it's a ski resort, remote tourist attraction, or maybe even the fishing industry. I promise it will be a great life experience. You'll be earning money instead of getting buried in debt. And by the end of your work experience, you may find that the careers you were taught about in school aren't so attractive after all. Life is your adventure. Take some risks, get out there and live it. I'm Kyle T. Drifter. Thanks for watching the Drifter Network, and and follow us along next time for our next adventure. Peace.